First off, I want to start off by saying fuck Brit from the Fumble, fuck Rob Parker, and fuck Carlos Monarezz. This bitch from the Fumble gonna say Matthew Stafford don't deserve the contract and he's overpaid and all this bullshit, which is the same shit the other two motherfuckers said. And other Lions fans that don't have a fucking brain in their goddamn head. I'm gonna make this real short and sweet for all three of you motherfuckers. Especially Rob Parker, since he wanted to come on TV and talk that dumb shit. But Brit, I'm gonna just insult you. I'm gonna do it one by one. Brit, you can continue to go suck a fucking herpes dick. All I give a fuck, okay, bitch? And some of you men that's thinking with their dick and not with their head. You motherfuckers all on their fucking coochie and shit. Y'all all up on her shit. Y'all like, oh my God, she looks so good. Oh my God. Y'all want her so bad, but you will never get her, so you can just shut the fuck up and start jerking off your meat to something else because you will never get her. Period. Because you men that be like, oh my God, oh my God. Y'all, most of y'all don't get no pussy. Y'all get no ass. And y'all acting like this towards this bitch. It's a goddamn shame. Now anyway, fuck her. She don't know shit about my team. She could just shut the fuck up and continue to suck that dick behind the camera that she been doing for the longest fucking time. How you think she got them big titties and shit? She got implants in her shit. Fuck that bitch. She ain't shit, bro. Nothing. She's a joke. The Fumble, I don't even really watch that shit, but Ray Moore sent me the link to that shit, and I seen that bullshit, and I got pissed. Fuck this shit, man. And then Rob Parker and Carlos Monarezz, these the two motherfuckers I really want to go after because they known in the Detroit area. Okay, Carlos Monarezz, you and Rob Parker gonna say the same thing. 5-46. You do other dumb Lions fans. I'm getting tired of this shit, dog. Like y'all want to go back to the Joey Harrington days and the fucking Charlie Batch and Jeff Garcia and John Kitna and Dan Orlovsky, Mike McMahon. And all that shit. Y'all want to go back to those days and shit, don't y'all? Y'all want to go back to that shit, don't you? I think y'all do. Y'all don't understand and appreciate how Matthew Stafford is valuable to this team. Without Matthew Stafford, this team is a fucking 2-14 team. Do you not realize this shit? Do you not understand how trash this team is going to be? This team would nowhere near being contention for the playoffs. They would not even be average. They wouldn't even be around 500. This team would be way below 500. They'd be damn near close to going 0-16 again. They'd be like 3-13, 2-14 and shit. Stafford is the fucking Lions. And this contract helped the Lions in a few ways. Number one, save cap space. It might not save as much cap space if we let him go, but it did save some cap space to sign him and give him an extension. You bastards. Number two, y'all want to keep saying that 5-46 record. Okay, y'all putting up the record. What else can you say? Pull up the numbers that the games he lost. He put up a lot of good numbers in them losses. I know a lot of losses that Matthew Stafford had took or whatever the Lions had took. Number one, half the time he wasn't the reason why they lost. And he put up great numbers in a time span. And number two, you talking about a fucking quarterback that inherited an 0-16 roster. So half of those fucking losses, that's that 5-46 bullshit, is bullshit. Because those losses that he had was his first few years. When he was first starting off in the NFL, when he was injured and shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wanna count that bullshit? Whatever, man. Y'all sound stupid as fuck. Y'all don't understand how good Matthew Stafford is. And honestly, we haven't seen the best of Matthew Stafford yet. I don't think so. I think we're going to get a stretch of him being great. But that's just my opinion, though. Now, if he fails and if he don't live up to the contract or even close to it, then I'll come on here a few years later and I'll say, you right. I say, you right. He don't deserve the contract. But right now, he does. And I think he's going to get better. And I think he will win a playoff game for the Lions in a very near future. So for you bastards, I think that's what it's gonna take for these people to shut the fuck up. Is winning a playoff game. That's all it is. Winning a playoff game. He 0-3 in the playoffs. Number one, 2012. Go back and watch on YouTube. Or I seen the game live. I don't really have to watch it on YouTube. I seen the game when it actually happened. So with that being said, you know why the Lions lost. Number one, their defense wasn't shit. Their defense was ass. I mean ass, boy. They had no corners at all. They had no former cornerbacks at all. The Lions had no fucking defensive line outside of Sue. They had Cliff Averill, I think, but, you know, I don't think he was healthy at that time either, though. And they had no real defense at all. No defense whatsoever. One of the worst defensive teams in football that year. But they had one of the top 5 offenses in the NFL scoring-wise. But you want to sit up here and say, Matthew Stafford don't deserve the contract. We should have let him go, let him walk and get signed Kaepernick. You know how much of a disaster that's going to be? You know how much of a disaster that would be? We regressing. We going back to the John Kitna days with that shit. He going to be our new John Kitna in this bitch. I promise you. That's not a good idea. I mean, I respect what Kaepernick did for the country, well, for the black people, but that's not, that's as far as the football part, he should not start over Matthew Stafford. And plus, I don't think he fits this system. Matthew Stafford is the perfect player for this system that people don't realize. Second playoff loss, he got fucking cheated. Third playoff loss, we all know what happened. They couldn't stop the run. They had way too many drops in that game. That's why they lost. And y'all want to keep bringing up 5 and 46 and shit. Man, please. Like I said, the quarterbacks y'all named, Carr and shit. Yeah, the Raiders was garbage before he got there. They was trash for years. They got good. They won 12 games in the AFC West. Yeah, it's a tough division. I'm not going to lie. With the Chiefs and the Broncos and shit. But come on now. The NFC North, Stafford don't have the talent that Derek Carr got on his team either. He don't got the offensive line. He don't got a top 3 offensive line in football. He don't have a 1,000-yard rusher like he had in Latavius Murray. He don't have a top 5 defensive player in football, if not actually top 3 defensive player in football in Khalil Mack. He don't have that shit. Yeah, the Raiders defense ain't great, but they got a superstar on that side of the ball. The Lions don't. Darius Slay is good. I think he's a top 10 corner in this league, but he's not a superstar. He's not a superstar or nothing like that. Neither is Ziggy Ansah. They never surrounded him with a great defense. They never really gave him an offensive line to really even think about. And also, they never gave him a running game. 7 100-yard rushers in his whole career. 7 100-yard rushers in 8 seasons. What the fuck kind of shit is that? Most quarterback shit. Derek Carr had more 100-yard rushers in like a game, like a 5-6 game stretch than motherfucking Matthew Stafford had in his whole fucking career here in Detroit. And he wanted to sit here and talk that shit. And then this guy, he would do whatever it takes to fucking win. He would go out there and play hurt. This dude would be battered on, beaten up, broken down and shit, and still try to play. Unlike most quarterbacks. And y'all sitting up here talking about let Stafford go like you going to just find the next Aaron Rodgers. Like every quarterback that's on the market is going to be the next Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady and Drew Brees and shit. Like you just going to find those quarterbacks with fucking ease and shit. Or you going to find them in the draft with ease. You can get a number 1 overall pick and he still won't pan out. Number 1 picks ain't always guaranteed to be great players. We all know that. You should know that by now. If you don't know that, you a fucking nimwit. You're a numbskull. You're a dumbass. So, and Stafford was a number 1 overall pick, and he's still young, by the way. Everybody acting like, Stafford was like 34 years old or some shit, and he's still on his tip. Then that's something different. Okay, I'll understand. I'll be right with you. I'll be talking that shit. But for y'all to dog him out like that, Rob Parker, you's a fucking joke. Yo, David Allen Greer looking ass. Man, get your ugly ass out of here looking like the Georgia Bulldog and shit. Get your ugly ass the fuck out of here. And then as far as calling Monarezz with your church's chicken and employee looking ass, man, I can't stand your bitch ass. Man, get the fuck out of there. I can't stand him, man. He don't know what the fuck he be talking about. You be saying some dumb shit. You talking about the guy that inherited 0-16. I know 0-16 was a while back, but goddamn. You know how shitty that team was? They was dead last ranked in every fucking category. Offense, defense, and special teams. And head coaching. They fucking sucked. And he had to step into that situation. And half of those